good sign, but I want to be absolutely sure that YouTube's not screwing me over. So far, it's not being. Hang on a second. Okay, now it's showing. Okay, that's good. So we do have live. So hello everyone. Tonight we're going to be basically working on what I have planned next. And this is basically in the form of a comic. Like we're basically drawing out and writing out the storyboard as we're going here. So this is technically storyboarding and also making a comic at the same time. Now I have definitely made more pages. This is page 10, by the way, and that's probably the first thing I'm gonna do is actually put. So let's just no, let's just put that down here. There we go. So we're just gonna go our drawing or writing on these things is not easy. Okay. Chapter. Whoops. Page. Oops. I think we're on 10. Pretty sure we are. So this should be page 10. All right. Now we just need to figure out where everything needs to come together, which I think I have an idea. The trickiest part about comics for me personally is just like the panels, like trying to put the pictures all together on the paper. That's the hardest part for me personally. It's just figuring that whole aspect out. Holy crap. Hello, Zombie Artful. Hello, Squirmy Worm. Hello, Eric Munn's Adventures. I apologize if I have anybody's name wrong. Oh, I know what I need to do. I need to turn this thing off. I need to push this out. So for this corner one, I just kind of want something small. Maybe not even that size. Because I know exactly what the next one is going to be. Hello, global emoji. Also, yeah. Also, I am on a standard tablet. I'm not necessarily professional by any means, but I do have a good idea of what drawing is and all that stuff. I am working on the next big thing for my channel, which is basically, well, okay, what I'm doing right now is basically drawing the main like rough version of it. So this is basically storyboarding if you want to put it that way. It's basically storyboarding. I have 9 other pages and I do have a good idea of what I'm doing because I do have it like I started writing this quite a while ago because I really got this idea and I wanted to bring it to life. So I know what's going to happen next. And this first panel is going to be pretty damn easy because it's basically going to just be a sound because when I was in school, okay. So the setting is basically high school or like a college and I never had a school bell per se. Never had a school bell like an actual bell. So I guess I could just go for a rough concept. Something like, what the heck? No, not the circle tool, you dipstick. Ring, like, just do something like that. like just a concept, because this is the rough concept. It's not the actual thing. Like I could put a bell, I guess. For that, I'd actually have to look up a reference of what a school bell actually looks like, because I haven't seen a school bell in ages. So give me a second. I actually need to look up what this looks like. Also, none of these drawings are going to be perfect. They're going to be very, very rough. Let's see. School bell. Not a school bell. Bell. Thank you. Images. Okay, that's about what I thought. So it has like a rectangle on the bottom of screws, a brown thing, and a thing off to the side. So pretty much just goes something like... Okay, this is going to be rough as heck. Oh my god. Let me see if I can get this a little bit more clean. Use a rectangle tool. And just kind of round these edges because the edges aren't perfectly squared. Also, I apologize for my loud as fuck chair. It's... yeah, it's noisy. So let's do something like this. A little better than that. Yeah, that works. Okay. I'm seeing a multitude of different ways that you can make a school bell. Let's see, bring that down just a little bit so that I can tell what I'm doing. Let's get the bell part of it. So for that, I'd want like a circle. Whoa, not that big. Maybe just a tad bit bigger than that. Okay, now I've got a good idea of what I'm looking at. Alright, so we can take this base, erase it. Like I said, this is going to be very, very rough around the edges. It's not going to be perfect. It's... whoop, I forgot to turn the circle tool off. Am I on the base? Yes, I am. So we're just going to kind of go screw hole there, screw hole here. If I can draw a circle, for God's sakes. There we go. Oh, God. Would that work? Yeah, that works. This is too small. Let's re-erase that and actually try to get that at least somewhat right. Getting a perfect circle is always a pain in the rear. That'll work. It works good enough. All right. So that's the circle thing, the main bell. Then in the middle, I need another circle. So I'm actually just going to use that as a different layer so I can move it around independently. We'll get to a person in just a second. I'd say about right there or so. Yep, that works. Alright, then it has the little thingamajiggy that comes out on the side. Where do my references go? Google, why did you close? Okay, there it is. So, that's interesting. Whoop. Has a little ball on the end. Okay, maybe not that rough. Like I said, it's not going to be perfect. It's definitely going to be rough. Because I really can't draw a straight line. Unless I really, really, like, take my time and put a lot more effort into it. Okay. Oh, this is just like drawing a demon tail. Oh, I hate demon tails. Sure, that'll work. And just, like, put a circle thing on the end. Trying to make it as clean as I can, but sometimes it just does not want to behave. Okay, I don't know how you actually make that look animated. Maybe you just put like little vibrating rings around it or something. Or maybe that's just something you worry about later and don't think about it now. Probably the opposite. Okay. Well, let's combine all these layers. That's all of it, right? Nope, that's not all of it. Okay, let's put that like down here. Then let's see. Maybe something along those lines. It's a ring, isn't it? Like just a like it's just a ring. Nope, let me put that differently. Not a B, not a B. Okay, let me try and get that a little bit more clean. Sorry, writing on a tablet is very, very difficult. And like I said, the concept only needs to be there. This is for, like, this is the rough version. Okay, I'd say that's pretty good. Actually, there's one more thing I want to put, which is a line underneath where the school bell is, because there needs to be a door there. And sometimes this is good first try, sometimes it's not. Yep, that works. That works just fine. Ah, shit. What number am I on? I think I'm on 61. I'm on 61. That's the, yep. So 60, 61. All right, there's one frame. Or panel, excuse me, that's the proper term. So yeah, if you guys want to ask any like questions regarding our TBAA, if you just want to say hi, then just let me know, because I don't know how long I'm going to work on this. Hello, hi's other brother. Okay, that's funny. That's actually funny. Okay, I think I know what I want to go on this second one. So for this one, if I can get it to behave, because the straight line tool sometimes does not like to be the most nice to me. Yeah, that'll work. Like, this is totally new territory for me. I've only done one comic before, and I was a total noob. Okay. And we're going to go, so that would be the frame. This one, What is it about? Is it based off of RTBAA? It's not going to be Pony. It's going to be more based off of characters I've created, which are like season stuff. Like doing Inktober really, really helped me to really build a lot of confidence and art skills. So I really feel like now is the time to try and bring this to life. But it's going to involve a lot of OCs, and it's going to be basically it's going to really reflect a lot of RTBAA, but it's not gonna be exactly RTBAA. I can't reveal too much, but that's the basis idea of what I've got. I've got the ideas all in my head. Whoopsie. I've got the ideas and everything. I just gotta put them down. For fuck's sake. There we go. Okay, I believe her eyeball is just very much like that kind of shape. Also, I do not have steady hands, so I apologize if the lines don't look straight, but again, rough. These are supposed to be rough. We're not going to be shading, we're not going to be coloring. This is basically black and white storyboard. But the next one I wanted to do, basically I wanted to include my two things that I do the most, which is create, stuff like the RTBAA series and stuff, and my artwork, because my artwork, I believe, is to a point of where I can actually draw consistently. You know, there are days where I want to lose my mind over some shit. Like things I still struggle with certain things, and that'll probably start happening here before too long because these are going to be easier ones. Excuse me. Okay, if you want to make a series like LP, then I'm sure there's more to storyline. I need a break from RTBAA, and I honestly feel like that story is done. Like I don't feel like there's really any reason to continue it. I really don't. And here's a funny story behind RTBAA. RTBAA was actually supposed to be written in like 20 whenever I finished RTBAA 1 or return Beersheba Up Lakers 1. That would have been god 2016ish. So that story was supposed to have a direct basic sequel, and it was supposed to be Return to Beersheba Up Lakers. But it wasn't the same idea. It wasn't the same characters. No, it was a total like bad fic. Like very bad idea, very bad storytelling. So thank God some stuff happened that got it held off and put on the back burner because it really, really did give the story, you know, not to another level of like the survey where it's just a laughing stock. Like, okay, I know a lot of people like the survey. I get that. But personally, I think it's one of my weirdest, like, campy, like, shit. And yeah. So, I. The idea to revive our TBAA came when I had a good idea, which takes time. And I'm glad it got time to grow in my mind and become something else. Like I tried an 80s slasher take because I've never really done 80s slasher stuff. I've just basically done like psychological horror and stuff like that. So RTBA was kind of a try at like a different, no pun intended, a stab at different things. And I never expected it to go as far as it did. Truly, I did not. Basically, this is going to be a close up of an eyeball because eyeballs are really expressive. Okay. Need a little bit more. Something like that. That's pretty close. This has nothing to do with MLP or RTBAA. This is OCs. Okay, so we want her to look shocked. Scared. Not scared, but shocked. Like, oh crap, I'm going to be late for class. So I think I know how to do that. First, we give her, nope, that's too... like a raised eyebrow. And like a pupil like that. If I can draw a freaking circle tonight. I could have just copy-pasted the other frame now that I think about it. Okay. Then there'd be like some text down here, so let's get a text layer. Eyeballs are some of the easiest things to draw. So like, gasp. Okay. I actually need to put that in different spots so I have some more room. So like right here, something like that. Maybe lower it a little bit. Something like that, yeah. Okay, that was 61, 62. RTPAA stuff. I don't understand what you're saying. I don't understand what you're actually saying. But yeah, this idea is basically not going to be released for a long while. It's going to take a while for sure. Because this is going to be a big one. Not like big, but it's going to not be small. Like, it's not going to be another RTBAA. God, no. I can't handle that. Not again. Okay, panel 3. Push that there. Let's see. So what would the next thing be? Would be basically Layla telling her to calm the fuck down, right? Pretty much, I would imagine. So what I could do here is straight line tool. Go something like that. But what would go here is the question. These are things I gotta think of. Let's see. So we have her. Oh shit! I'm gonna be late my first day. Then Layla would basically tell her to calm the hell down. That she would explain basically everything. Could be another eyeball close-up, I guess. Because why the hell not? Welcome back, Globy emoji. Or global emoji. I am so sorry about that. I'm going to need probably a little bit more room than that. Alright, let's see if this might work. Like, if there's one thing I've learned about comics are very versatile. Like, you can literally go the extra mile. And it definitely teaches you how to draw a lot of, like, things and really go outside the box. Oh my god. That should work. Maybe we'll add a double layer. I don't know. Okay. So this would be panel number 3. So let's go frame. Okay. How does this angle look? So So if I'm looking over like another person's shoulder, let's think about this logically. So basically, Layla would be like right here somewhere. Oh my god. Can I please have a fucking... Thank you. So head like right there. Then her shoulder would be like, you know, something like that. So let's draw Layla first. Right. This is one of the main characters. One of the big characters, actually, of this entire series. Like, I don't know how I'm going to go about releasing this because it technically is kind of a comic series. Like, I really want to get into making my stories look more realistic rather than just a plain face, plain Jane thing. Like, just a stale image on the page. But, yeah, because I really enjoy drawing and all that stuff, so I really want to start implying that. Okay, let's see. I am no professional, so if I fuck up, I fuck up. How the fuck did that get turned like that? Whoa! Oh shit. Forgot to make a second layer. Copy, paste. Go back here. Go to eraser. Erase this version. You might see me do this a lot. This is a common issue that I tend to always do whenever I'm drawing. Okay. And for some reason, I can't draw a straight head anymore because for some reason it always looks like they're looking to the left or the right. And where's the eraser? Trickiest part is getting that lovely chin to look correct. Okay. Think I need to cut down the head just a little bit. Not worried about making it too perfect. Because a lot of the side of the face is going to get covered. Nope. Maybe something like that. Okay. Way too high off the top of the head, so let's fix that. Actually, no. Let me do this first. So, second layer. Let's put this as head. This is our guide, basically. Something along those lines. Right. And I'm drawing on a standard tablet, so that's why you're hearing a lot of taps and stuff. No. I just want a good round head. That's all I want. Just something that can give me somewhere to go. This might work. That'll work. That'll work just fine. When I was first watching it, I didn't realize it was going to be a comic. There's 9 more pages of this. Been working on this for quite a few days. But I appreciate that, even though this is just the bare bones of what it's going to be. Like, there's going to be things that are subject to change. There's going to be probably some alterations. Like, basically, what this is a storyboard, if you want to think about it. Just think about it that way. It's a storyboard. Okay, I know the head's too wide, but we're not really worried about that Okay, so that's the guide. So let me just push that under head real quick. Oh my god, if I can spell. Gee, money Christmas. No. Oh my god. Oh my Lord Almighty. Is that okay? Yeah, that'll work. That'll work as a neck. Alright, so I gotta think here. I can already tell the neck is way too wide. Oh. Let's think here. Yeah, I think the neck needs to come in just a little bit more. So this needs to come over just a little bit more. And down a little bit more. Something like this one. Alright. Let's see. Okay, shoulders next. That neck. So this is all organized and I can actually keep a track of it. Actually, what I need to do first is add another folder and name this leggy lie. Just so it's much more easier to keep track of. Right, shoulders. How would her arms be posed? Okay, if someone's telling you to calm down, I've got this, girl. I mean, she just looked assuring, wouldn't she? Pretty much. Yeah, we'll worry about it when we get there. Okay. So that's something like... Like, one thing I'm definitely getting a lot of good practice on is side angle. Oh my lord. Can I please draw good tonight and not embarrass myself? Like, I apologize if I have to go back over and over again, but kind of not my fault. It's just my hands don't want to play nice. Okay, that's not too bad. It's something. Something that'll work enough. Alright, back to the guide. Line down. So I can find the center point. I'm not the best at drawing either, global, but I've been doing this for a year now, so I have a good idea of how to draw the body for the most part. Okay, let's see the shoulders. Before I forget. Okay, let's see. Whoops. Like, I still definitely struggle with this, but I think every artist does. Okay, that's not bad. Yeah, it's a collarbone, for sure. Paste. And this way I like digital art, because you can literally just maneuver things into place, copy paste, and not have to worry about being perfect. Something like that. Something like that. Okay. Now let's see, we need to name this Okay, the next thing is her chest. But I need to go to the guide first so I can make a line to about right here-ish. That's too far down. More like right here. Yep. All right. Now the fun part. So YouTube, not real. These are, you know, it's just a drawing. Okay. Layla is medium sized, so this will be interesting. Jesus, those are big. Layla's actually one of my first OCs. Whoa. Layla's actually one of my very first OCs that I ever made. And this one, she kind of plays the helper, the guide. Muscle structure is definitely not correct. Yep, definitely not correct. Okay, let's... These things have been giving me trouble for quite a while now, so I apologize if this takes a minute, so just bear with me. I actually need to get it more towards the middle, because... But why am I making this so tiny? That's my question. Why am I making her so tiny? Or not tiny, but thin. That might work. Okay, let's... okay, let's see if... Move that more to there. Copy, paste. Do not worry, she will be clothed. It's not that big. It's not going to be that kind of a thing. Nor would YouTube even allow that, so... Okay. Those might work. I can tell they're off just by a little bit. This one's too far over. It needs to go a little bit over further. So do this one. About right there should work. For now. Alright, that's her chest. Alright, next would be her body. Now this part has been giving me a lot of shit lately. Okay. Nope. Okay. Let's just kind of go something like that. That is definitely not correct, but... That's not correct either. Oh, for fuck's sake. Okay, I need to not get that as sharp. It's not sharp, it's curved. Yeah, there we go. But this would be more so like something like that. Okay, let's just go something like this. But yeah, don't worry, she will be completely clothed. She is not going to be, you know, bare. About right there. Do the curves line up? I'd say about right there. Pretty damn close. Okay, we have a body for now. I wish I could go. I wish I could. I wish I could go back when you were drawing the eye. Sadly, I can't. Okay, the eye is basically just a curved line, and an eye is basically a curved line, underside, pupil, and that's basically an eye. A haphazard one, but yeah. Okay, let's see. So next we need her legs. And to get that, first we need to get the belly button in place. So it's about right there. Leg line would be started about right, or the cross section would be about right here somewhere. Get that more accurate. Oh, oops, I put the belly button on the wrong track, but whatever. About right there. Okay. And then she'd just be standing still, basically. Nope. Why can't I figure this out? There we go. That's the shape I was looking for. Comes down like this. I can't see anything, so it's gonna throw my brain off a little bit. Does that look okay? Sure. For a rough concept, yes. Here's the body line. It's definitely not going to be perfect, but... Oh, yeah. So it's definitely off. And I think it's this side. Then I also think her head's just huge, so... Is it just something like that? No. I know what the issue is. I think her torso's a little too big. When I can't see... Really? Sorry guys, I tend to push the multi-window button a lot when I'm doing this, so sorry about that. Okay, I know what the issue is. It's her body is too wide. Okay, how do I fix this then? This always gets me. Like I said, it has been giving me issues lately, so... I just gotta take a moment to look and just evaluate what I'm gonna do. Hold on a second. The small scale might actually be throw me off a little bit too. Okay, if I was drawing legs, yeah, it'd be something like that. It's gonna be covered by a skirt anyway, so I shouldn't really even be worrying about this. But I do like accuracy, at least. Yeah, the body is way too wide, so... Oops. Let me try just kind of moving this a little further over. Like I said, it's just trial and error. It's gonna... Because I have been struggling with this quite a bit lately, so... Try. Will that work well enough? Yeah, I think it's because her head's too large and there's no arms, so it's throwing me off a lot. Not to mention, I believe these are too high up, so they need to also go down. Oh yeah, that's way too high up. Excuse me. Okay, now we're starting to get somewhere. When I draw eyes, there will always be 12 erase marks, and other tries eyes are my weakness in drawing. If you're not doing it, if I'm not doing it digitally, yeah, it's a problem for me too. Like, really, pen? Like, anything that requires to be reflected, hand drawn, is a major pain in my ass. Like, I can't with it. I just can't. I started traditional, but once I touched digital, never went back. Okay, that's not too bad. All right, let's get some arms. In fact, I can probably actually shrink that head down quite a bit. So let's just do that. Like I said, when I add the hair and all that stuff, that's when it really starts to come together. All right, so... Okay, so a lot of it's going to be obscured by his shoulder. So I guess I'm not too worried about getting it perfect. But I do think I want a certain hand pose with this side. So I got to figure out how that actually goes. And I think I know how. Because I want her to look kind of confident. Like, I don't know. Something like that. God, Jesus Christ. Not being able to see what the hell is on the opposite side, that's really bugging me. And the arms always give me fucking shit. Okay, why do I want to make the elbows so not elbowy today? Mainly because I can't really see what I'm drawing, and I think that needs to come up like a lot more. Like, you definitely cannot see the opposite side. I don't think you really need to in order to make this look correct. Ugh, that bugs me. When I can't see what I'm drawing, it bugs the shit out of my brain. There's always got to be something that slows me down, isn't there? No shocker at this point. Do I just got it going out too far and more so comes down like that? Keep in mind, the arms are not my strong suit at all. They are one of my least favorite things to draw for a multitude of reasons. Oh my god, don't give her freaking He-Man arms. Okay, that's pretty up to what I'm looking for, but not exactly. It's the fact that there's also not arm, there's not a hand there, so that's also throwing me off. Okay, so how does the hand actually position around that part? The thumb goes around the side, and your fingers just lay against the other side. Oh boy. Yeah, the forearm still looks too small. Fuck me. Whoa, what the fuck? This is just kind of the point where you have to experiment to figure things out. Is there a dent there? Maybe. I always struggle with these fucking things. For some reason, I can't figure this out. Drawn this pose like a zillion times, but yeah, sometimes there's just times where it's just like, nope. Let me see. Okay, that definitely wouldn't be correct. Let me just try and draw fingers. God, for fucking... that looks terrible. But we're just, I don't know, we're just trying to get something. Like the hands would just, I don't know. This one always gives me issues. It always does. And that's why I hate drawing arms. So the thumb would go around the opposite side and the fingers would just rest. Okay, then let's just start from this side. Oh, for fuck's sake. Oh, here comes the art rage. Here comes the art rage. Why? Why does this always happen? And why specifically when I'm streaming? That's basically how your hand would be resting against your side. You'd be just kind of resting like that. But not like that. If you get my drift. I'll get it. It's just going to take a second. Especially if I can't get my brain to behave. One, two, that's your tallest finger. And then that would be... Oh, I know why it's fucking me over. That's... No. I'm not stupid. I might be. Okay, that might work. That might actually work. But that hand is way too small. Ugh, I hate hands. Okay. Now I've just got to make it look realistic. And I think I know why it's not looking realistic. It's because this side up here is off. Okay, so the thumb just kind of rests back here. Like it just kind of wraps around. Ay, vey, almighty. That's how your hand would rest. Your thumb wouldn't be visible. So is it more so something like that kind of a pose? Like where you can't actually see the arm? And it fiddles with your brain? Possibly. Okay, I know for a fact the arms aren't long enough. That's definitely a fact. That is definitely a fact. Like if we're talking the actual length of an arm, be more like to that length. I'm trying, guys. It's just you sometimes have those days where things don't want to really click. And right now I'm having one of those moments. I think it's just that the arm is not long enough. And that's what's throwing me off here. Because the finger structure, for the most part, is okay. Let me try. Or some more? Wait a minute. Is there like an underline to that? Like that? No, the arm's just too small. Okay, then I gotta figure out what's going on over here. Just gonna have to try and just figure this out one step at a time. It's absolutely infuriating sometimes. Oh, for fuck's sake. That, and I also think the forearm is a little too long, or forearm, excuse me. This line, this part of the arm is too long. I don't fucking know, man. I need a reference. I need a reference. When was the last time I drew a pose like this? That was quite a while ago. Hand on the hip pose. Okay, there's one. Okay, that's from the back. Okay, so it comes out. That's resting directly on the hip, not actually on the side. What was the last character I drew with their hand on their hip? Any other day I'd be fine, but today my brain is just being a butt with this pose. So give me just a second to look through my DeviantArt and just find... Okay, there's one. Okay, it's resting on the side with the fingers going down. Okay. Oh, for fuck's sake. Okay, screw that idea. If it's frustrated me that bad, fuck it. At that point, it's not even worth it. So you just move on. Okay, so I just kind of want her arms resting against her side then. Like that. Why are arms being a fucking prick tonight? Because they are. Just trying the same lines over and over again. No. God. Oops. My God. Arms are just being a major pain in my ass right now. Your elbow lines up with the curve. So, this is interesting. I just need to remember it doesn't have to be flipping perfect. It just has to be something. Oh my goodness gracious. Okay, I feel like if I just go copy paste on the opposite side, it'll be fine. That should be fine. It should work. What the hell? Okay, that's a little too close. Something like that. And I can configure this in many ways that I want to, so it's not a huge deal if I don't get it right now. Okay, let's see. So that's the, if that's supposed to be the elbow. Then that would create the hand like right here somewhere. No, it wouldn't. God, why are these things being a pain in my rear tonight? Let me just try something. Promise, guys, I'm not trying to do this on purpose. It's just a matter of figuring it out. Like, I do not understand why this is being such a massive pain in the ass. Okay, so if your hand is resting on your side, like you would have your hand form, that's where your thumb would be. Okay, that's not too bad. Then the fingers would just kind of get smaller from the side. Okay, smaller than that. Really? Stop it. There we go. Okay. That's something, I guess. Okay, well, this is interesting. Okay, if that's the elbow, then the hand needs to come down further. Like onto the side of the thigh area. Oh my fucking god. Why is everything being a fucking prick tonight? That's not right. Sorry, guys. I do not know what the hell is wrong with me tonight, but for some reason, nothing wants to behave. Like, I cannot anatomy for some reason. And I just think that's because the arms aren't long enough. Like, the fingers wouldn't be showing. They'd be, like, down here. Excuse me. Swear it's only when I live that this shit happens. Okay, let's see. This don't line up correct. Doesn't have to be perfect, it just has to be something. I don't know. I guess that'll work. Something just is not clicking with my brain tonight, so that's gonna have to be it. Okay. Finally, arms. Done. For the most part. They're very bad arms, but who cares? At this point, I don't. Okay. Next, we need to give her facial features. Oh, fucking hell. So I want her to just be kind of like, don't worry, I've got this, girl. Don't worry about it. So those would just be kind of... I could go eyes like that, like where they're just shut. Sure, why not? Okay, which ways would the eyelashes be facing? This way? Properly in place. They might have to be smaller. Copy, paste. Yep, definitely need to be smaller. Okay, let's try this again. This is literally the struggle with artwork. It's literally a puzzle. Too close. It's hard to tell. Okay, what is this? Anything? Nothing. Okay, just get rid of that. Okay, so we'll just put these as the eyes for now. That might do the trick. Copy, paste. Flip, grab. Maybe. It's really the mouth and all that that really makes the expression come together. Okay, let's do her nose next. The nose is just reflective. A lot of the facial features are. Nope. Nope. Something like that. Probably gonna have to be a little slower than that, but that's alright. Something like that. Oops, forgot to combine them. Gotta make sure I'm even left side. So I do think that nose is a little too big, so I do need to probably shrink it a little bit. But let's add the mouth first. So, okay, yeah, she's definitely got Dorito chin going on. Oops. Yeah, something like that. Teeth? Teeth or no teeth? Looks like there's two sets of teeth there. Okay, the teeth are too small. I can't really tell this line in my way, so I'm going to get it out of the way. Or I could just do the cube mouth thing. Yeah, that nose is way too large. Smaller. There's one thing I've learned about anime. It's very, very peculiar on small. Like, small equals cute. Hello, Terminizer. Alright, let's see. Okay, so now what I need to do... Actually, what I should have done is this at first. Ouch. Where's the head layer? There it is. Get rid of this line so that I can properly tell where everything goes. Man, I'm messing up a lot of things, ain't I? Okay, on bases that don't look that bad. Definitely got the Dorito chin kind of going on, but I don't think that really matters. Alright. Let's just see what we can do. I want to try and get her head just a little bit better. Just to get it to a decent, like, proper size. Doesn't have to be perfect, just has to be closer to the actual size of her actual head. I don't know what that is. That's probably part of the head. It's not part of the head. Okay, then I don't know what the hell that is. Frame, maybe? I see. Okay. So the head is much more doable now. Forgot to name that. Okay. Now what I need to do is I need to put a forehead line so I don't fuck up there. Alright. Oh, no. Before I actually do that, I need to give her some ears. She has the pointed variety. This is why everything is put on separate layers, because otherwise this would be a mess. What the fuck? Okay. Now I need a reference, because I haven't gotten down what Lilo looks like entirely. Okay, I believe she's like all the triangles at the front. Yes, she's the 3 triangles, then the curved ones. Alright, now we can get into hair and stuff like that. Before I do anything, let's name this properly, because her ears do stick out. Okay, it's one triangle that comes down center of the face, right before the eyes. Just make sure I'm on the right layer. Yes. No. Smaller. That she has the one that comes down and kind of angles like that. Okay, there's the bangs. Side ones, pretty standard. Okay, so she has the little one that comes down and just kind of curls like this. That's its own layer, right? Yes, so I can just copy paste those. Okay, then we come over her shoulder. Again, YouTube, not real. It's fake. It's fiction. It's just a cute girl laughing or being cheery because she's helping her friend out. Okay, then the third one would be the longest one. Something like that. Okay. Let's see. Let's get this a little more accurate. So it's 3 strands with the ear sticking out, but there would also be some visible hair going down the back. So that connects to that. Let's just see if I can do something like that. Copy, paste. Don't ask me why it keeps doing that, because I couldn't tell you. Nah, I'm gonna do it manually. Kind of followed the length. Sorry guys, I had to go quiet for a while because, yeah, I just needed to think. Okay, well, I think I can go from here. Oh, shit. Whoops. There we go. Just want to get them somewhat accurate. Okay. And the last strand. Let me get this a little bit more on a point. Then from at the top of the head. Something like that. Okay. We're getting there with the hair. Now I just need to add the ones to the back. Simple enough. I guess I can turn off that. Let's put that in a separate layer. Her hair goes way down though. Just way, way, way down to her butt. Layla's got some long locks, for sure. Actually, let me do this like this. That's gonna throw my brain off, but it is what it is. Okay. Put some things back here to give the hair some more realism. Whoops, doodle. Definitely starting to look more like hair. And then there's the thing at the top of her head. She doesn't have one of the hard things, I don't think. Yeah. Seriously. I need touch controller, whatever the hell it's called. Seriously badly. Now the ultimate moment of truth. Oh, didn't mean to do that. Okay. The ears. That's part of 27. I have to reconnect that, but that's alright. Where's ear? There we go. That'll definitely do her. Okay, just make sure that it looks okay. I think that her head is a little too tall. I got the majority of the stuff all configured. Okay, that's cut off. Usually that gets covered. That's why it's throwing me off a little bit. Shoulders. Yeah. Besides that one little freaking fiasco, yeah, this should have went pretty easily. Not gonna lie. That's the neck, I believe. Part of it's the neck. Girl's got no waist, but that's okay. We're gonna have a skirt there regardless, so it's gonna be okay. What do we got? Is that shoulders? Sure is. Let's just get these a little bit more accurate. Is that a little bit more on point? Yeah, fuck it. Okay. Let's see. Anything else? Oh yeah, her antlers. I I need to give her some antlers, because Layla has some antlers. And the antlers start... They're usually like right here, so I actually need to fix this little... Sorry guys, I apologize. YouTube decided to randomly crash. Okay, advertisement, could you please go away? Thank you. So I apologize for that. YouTube just decided to be a prick. Okay, which one is it? That's the bangs. Is that part of the head? Oh wow, that's a rarity. Usually that don't happen. This one, I think. Yep. Erase that excess. Alright, let's move it to the opposite side. Keep in mind, guys, this is all for just one panel. One panel. One panel of probably thousands. What the heck? Oh, right. So I'm sorry, but yeah, YouTube sometimes randomly crashes out of absolutely nowhere. When I accidentally exit the screen or something, it usually does it. I don't know why, but it does. Just likes to make my job harder, I guess. Luckily, it got interrupted. Like, it classified as interrupted, so I could just immediately restart stream. So that's a relief. All right. Let's see. Nope, that's this one. Would technically be something like it would come down like that. Okay. Now we can actually go up here. What the fuck? There we go. What am I looking at? Oh, I see. Okay, let's erase some of these hairs that need to be erased. Okay, what the fuck am I looking at? Is that the arm? Has to be. Alright, let's get rid of the guide. We don't need that anymore. What we do need is we need to fix a few things. That's gotta be head. be more rounded. Whatever, it's there. It's the thought's there. Okay, let's combine all the hair layers as well. These are horns, right? Yes. Horn. There. Next. Let's see. We need to give her some clothing. So let's start with the upper part. So this is actually a school uniform. Actually, no, what am I actually going to do? Legs. Erase those legs. That's part of the clothing. Okay. Let's give her a top. Probably more from that area. It's about right there. Something like that. Okay, that's part of the leg, I think. Yep. Alright. Cloves. Is that hair? That's gotta be hair. Legs. Okay, what is that? Body? Okay, I know what that is. That's hair. Okay, the body. Let's see. Oh. Did I put that as the chest? Legs? Ah, there we go. Okay. Back to here. Add some pressure lines. Okay. Go to her chest, because this wouldn't show. Cut this down a lot. Arms. All right, now she's a ballerina, pretty much. Okay. Is there anything else that I'm not aware of? Not that I can see. All right, I think we got Layla. Yay! That took way too long. But before I do anything, I need to do something so I know that there's a background. So if you're in a toilet stall, pretty much. There was the wall, like this, like basically the wall off to the side. Is it down? Kind of. It is. In the background, you have like a ceiling or something, like a ceiling line. Oh, I see something I missed up. Or missed up? That's the skirt. Because basically the hair needs to go underneath. Okay. That's not too bad. Back to this place. Whoop. Because there'd be a mirror in the background, like a mirror, a sink. Oh, God. Okay, now let's actually match that. I mean, that's a sink, but it's a little too small. Whatever, the idea just needs to be there. Doesn't need to be perfect. My question is, how did I get... Oh. I see, I see, I see. That way it's just evident that there's something there. Like, that's all this is here for. It's here to just give an idea so that when the time does come that we actually start doing stuff and all that, yeah, it's there. Oh yeah, the sink does have a pipe thing going down from the bottom, doesn't it? Excuse me. Okay. I think we're ready for text. Yeah, because I don't have to do the over the shoulder thing. I could just do this. The simpler, the better, in my opinion. Okay. Now what I need to do is I actually need to go back to the script and take a look at what she says. No. First date. can make that look less clumpy. That'll work. Okay, doke. Let's see. So that would be 63. Yeah, I think that came out fine. For broth, anyway. Okay, now what? What comes next? What is this? Text? Anything? No. Okay, I'm just going to put that out. Alright, panel 4. Come on. Oh, I see what I did. I see what I did. Not that. Let's try that again. There we go. All right. Now let's do the frame. If I can get the target. Let's see. Now, guess I could have a the main character like responding. So that would be the frame. All right, another side angle shot. Let's see. Fucking hell. Let me just try the circle tool. Let me just move that down here so it's a lot more easier to work with. Okay. Oh. Guide. So I can tell what I'm doing. Something along those lines. Okay. Can I please stop giving her a cliffhanger nose? Okay, what the hell? I think I got the circle too big. Okay, fuck that idea then. I'll do it myself. Oh, for the love of God. Nope, almost the wrong layer anyways. Okay, we've definitely got a cliffhanger nose. Something I always tend to do with this angle. Okay, there we go. Okay, way too wide of a neck. Well, for one thing, it's not how the front of the neck works. Goes like that. Because that lines up with the collarbone. Something like that. What the fuck? How did that happen? There we go. Alright. Now we can work with this. So I don't need that anymore. Just kind of form it into place. Okay, I believe this needs to kind of curve up like that. Okay, that's a head. I gotta sneeze. Excuse me. Oh. Okay, what I need to do is just put that into place. Something like that. Ugh. Weirdly enough, the main character is like one of the least ones that I'm most aware of how their design is. Whoopsie. I always just look at references for consistency. Okay, I still think that her nose is hella long, but that's just because she's kind of the way she is right now. Alright, let's name that head. Alright, so the next thing I want to do is the ear. A little too small. Really? Or is it not that? Definitely not clean, but whatever. Doesn't have to be perfect. Alright, let's just kind of use that as a guide. Okay, next thing I want to do is the eyes. Kind of a surprised eye. Oh my god! Girl's got some big eyes. Mm-mm. Not right there. Can't Okay, that's weird. Or maybe it's just because it's not turned like that. Alright. Mm-mm. Mm-mm. Oh my god. Yeah, I feel like that nose goes way too far out. I feel it needs to be more like that, kind of like, yeah. Side angle and me do not get along very well. done just yet. Need to give her some eyelashes. Okay. Zoop, zoop, zoop. Okay, not bad. Just needs to line up more accurately. Okay, I have a feeling we're getting somewhere now. This ear's bugging me, but whatever. It's just there as a placeholder. Okay. Now on to the mouth. Whoops. No, 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 no. Let me try something. That looks a little more accurate. Okay. Let's move on to getting her some hair. Next layer, please. Thank you. Are these all connected? Yes, they are. Okay, find that forehead line. All right there. Okay, for Brina, I believe it's the thing floops over. Oh wait, her hair's wet. Never mind. Oh, then for the eye, I need to do one more thing. Something around that range. Wouldn't be a huge strand, it would be just like something small. It looks like she's crying, but she's not crying. It's mascara. Okay. I need to look at the last one that I did, where her hair was wet. Okay, so it was... Just gotta make it look wet. So no volume. Yeah, I've already got it that way. Okay, hand, really? Yep, and they just get longer going back. Ugh. Oh, for the love of God. Can I draw a straight line tonight, for God's sakes? No. Okay, then the rest is just kind of packed down. Something's just not right about this. And I can't figure out what it is. Okay. I think it's just because it's all uneven, and that's why it's not looking correct. Then also, I think when I add the water details and all that, it'll start to come more to life. I think it's just a matter of that it's an up close shot, and that's why it's throwing me off. Okay. Bring this down. Mm-mm. Can I get a round freaking edge, please? There we go. Finally. I just feel like there's something missing, and I can't figure out what it is. I don't know. I think these hair strands going too far. I really think they do. I honestly think it's just lack of color. That's the problem. Hmm. I'm not sure. I think it's just a lack of visual. Let me try and get rid of some of the head. Just kind of break away from that head line. See if that might work. Yeah, I think it's just the lack of color that's causing the issue, and because I don't think there's anything on the opposite side. No, there isn't. Or no, that wouldn't make any sense. Hmm. It looks fine to me, but like if I were to add color, what happens? Like let me just go something like this. Like if I were to cover or color the eye in and all that. Oh, whoops. Fuck. Yeah, right there she looks fine. It's just the lack of color. I guess I could do something like just to kind of break the mold a little bit. Like go give her like some loose strands or something. Like just to kind of break. Alright. Alright. Next. Look at the... Like a close-up of a mouth, maybe. That's it for panel 4. Let's see. Yeah, I think I know what I'm gonna do. Oh, ouch. Fuck, those are still tender from yesterday. Yeah, like close-up of a mouth or something. Guys, I apologize, but I can't draw a straight line tonight. At least not a single stroke. Okay. Oops. Okay, I think you would see her nose just a little bit. And just kind of copy paste that onto the opposite side. Something like that. Okay, 65. Okay, I already know what I'm going to do for this one. So to do that, we're just going to simply copy paste. Come on. Okay, I know what to do. So I got to go out of my gallery. That might crash the stream. I'm not ever downloading TikTok. You can kiss my ass. Thank you. And thank you for not crashing. Sorry again, guys. My internet decided to be a butt. Not my fault. At least my multi-window when home thing is now at the bottom where it needs to be. Okay. Christ almighty. Whoops. Yeah, as you saw, that one little instance of just I forgot how to draw how to draw whatchamacallums, hands and arms. Yeah. Now we're cruising. Now we're cruising just fine. Good. Just gonna add some hair strands. Oops. They're a lot more bigger than that. Okay, now let's just do the magic trick of copy paste. See if that trick might work. Oh, Lord Almighty. Copy paste. Just to kind of give that extra suspense factor. With like the hair covering the eyes. Something like that. Okay. Oh my god, why? Oh, I remember one effect that I was going to add. Like add the veins in the eyes, just to kind of add that existential dread. Dread. Looks more like a stick. Okay, just kind of grab that. Perfect. Right in spot. Okie doke. That would look so weird without any color. Trying to think if I want to add text or anything to this. Which I kind of want to, but... No, I feel like that's good enough for one page. Just look it over again. One, two, three, four. That's a panel 4. I feel like that would be like that would warrant that kind of response. Okay, I think that's good. I've already done 1 page today, so I think I'm good for tonight. I think I'm just gonna do about that much. Get up tomorrow after a good sleep, get back on it. Right now, this is all I'm working on, guys. This is all I'm literally just doing, working on, and getting done. Oh, I see one little thing I forgot in panel 1, 2. That's panel 3. Probably here. Yep. There we go. Alright. So yeah, that's pretty good progress for 1 day. 2 days instead, two panels and oh my god, 2 pages instead of just 1. One thing I do need to add to this one, 2, is that mascara color. That needs to be under the text. I'd say that looks fine. Fine? My god, what am I saying? Yeah, I think that's good for a page. Rest for tonight, get up back on it tomorrow. Definitely the longest one was 63. That one definitely took the longest because those fucking arms and those fucking ugh. God, I hate doing those things. But yep. Just thought I'd give you guys a little, sneak peek into what is in the future for the channel. I don't know when this is coming out, so don't ask. My aim, at least for episode 1, is maybe, and this is a huge maybe, Christmas. Maybe Christmas. And that all depends on if I can get, voice actors and all that stuff for it. There's still a long way to go with this. But, yep, we will definitely be working on this for over the next month and so. And yeah. Thank you all for joining me. Hopefully you learned something. Hopefully you enjoyed me just art raging because those goddamn arms on Layla were driving me fucking nuts. And yeah. Hopefully, I look forward to this coming, hopefully either early 2026 or probably around Christmas time. We'll see. Anyways, I'll see y'all later, and have a great night, and happy